going to the open house and being part of that experience has been a staple in successful business. So how does this really impact that interaction?
So open houses are, in fact, really, really important, obviously, to realtors, and they're important to mortgage lenders as well. I mean, these are people that are coming in generally because they're looking to buy a house. And if they're looking to buy a house, for the most part, they're going to look to finance their acquisition as well. Most people in the industry don't like what I say about this, but don't shoot the messenger. When HUD issued its interpretive rule back in 2010, it specifically addressed marketing materials in an open house. And it said that by a lender placing, or any other provider other than the realtor, placing marketing materials in an open house, that it viewed it as influencing particular home buyers. And therefore, if you're going to compensate someone for this activity, HUD believed that amounted to a referral itself. So the reality is open houses and partnering with realtors on open houses, that should not be part of an MSA. It should not be part of a marketing services agreement. It should not be something for which a lender or other service provider compensates the realtor themselves, because they view that as a realtor effectively making a disclosure. A consumer comes into the house, they expect to see a real estate sales agent there. They expect to have the real estate sales agent tell them about that house. And if the lender is over there and the real estate agent hands them materials or tells them to go pick up that lender's marketing materials itself, that HUD believed, and I believe the CFPB looks at it the same way, that amounts to a referral. Now that's okay as long as you're not paying them something for that particular referral. So open house marketing is really, really important, but it's equally important for you to keep it outside of the scope of your marketing services agreements or marketing agreements in general.
No, I think that's just a really important delineation, that it's not a practice that you shouldn't be doing. It's a practice that should be professionally followed because two professionals are helping the same individual versus people paying for that business. And I think that it makes a lot of sense to have a really great open house experience that meets that particular requirement. And I think the definition is really great for our members to hear, because there is a way to deliver value at those events. David.
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. You can do it, just don't pay for it.
So Mitch, I just want to make sure I net this out for, at a sales perspective. So, because there's two pieces of an MSA. There's having this controlled business relationship where I have marketing that we're doing. With that comes more access to that office. But at the end of the day, what should really fuel referrals are things like open house flyers, ways that you partner, and just the quality of the service that you give. So if you could, before I get into the next question around the biggest mistakes people make, it's this double-edged sword. I have this business relationship, I have this access, so of course, hopefully I'm going to get more business out of the office, but how is the industry supposed to really manage the difference between, paying for controlled business relationship and getting more business because of increased access?
Yeah, it's really difficult. You're stuck. The industry's now stuck between a rock and a hard place, because as I said before, having an MSA, as long as real services are being performed and you're compensating the right amount for those particular marketing services that go more to the general public, that is okay. But if the CFPB's position, as is articulated in their consent order, is that the mere contract itself for the realtor or someone else to provide marketing services for you is a thing of value to them, then you can't get referrals. Then they cannot be referring people over to you, because they will suggest that, in fact, that referral was on the basis of you're giving them something of value. So the answer is, back to the way it was when I first got into this particular business, and that is, you've got to win your business by good service. You got to win your business by being out there, by letting them know who you are, by closing on time, by handling things the manner in which they're supposed to be handled, by having a smooth transaction for all the parties that are involved along those particular lines. If you don't have an agreement that can be implied, either an explicit agreement or an agreement that can be implied to get the referral of business itself, and you can show that you're getting business on the basis of the good service you're providing, then you should be okay along those lines. But the industry's in a tough position over there because as the CFPB looks at MSAs, they look at your MSA partners and they look to see how much business you're getting. And they conclude that you're getting business, if you're getting any more than you did before you entered into the MSA, they conclude it's because of the MSA itself. So it is a very difficult position, quite frankly.